Well, welcome back, guys. Another day at the range. So what better time could there be with some high tea and shenanigans with Lencac, right? Beautiful fall day here. This is the Rogue Valley. Looks pretty nice out here. It's crisp. It's beautiful though. It's nice, beautiful fall day, like I said. And of course, we're out here not for no reason at all. If I can't think of any, I'll make something up, right? Isn't that the excuse you gotta tell your wife and your old lady and stuff, or whoever it is that you're doing? Range out there, 100 yards again. My camcorder's already down there and recording as we speak. So I gotta get snappy here so I can get some bullets down range. So anyways, here we go. This is my 1941 standard issue walnut K31. I'm gonna do it some shooting some more. It's pretty nice for once already having the sights on it, knowing that they're pretty much zeroed, and so you can just shoot without having to mess around like I do when I'm doing a range test on a new K31 that I've refinished. And of course this one I have refinished. It's really nice condition. This thing shoots great, by the way. The question is, do I? And it's, you know, coming up on Christmas and all that stuff. I'll probably put it up for sale after Christmas, you know, because I don't think anybody's would be interested now, and it's just that time of year. But at any rate, I'm going to sling some of my pet load out of it. 148 grain Hornady ELD match on top of 46 grains of IMR 4320 powder. It seems to be a very good load for K31s. And so I got some of those, and I got a box of GP11 ammo too, because I want to shoot a few of those. I got to start on a new batch of ammunition or casings that I can use, that I can reload. They don't last that long. The GP11 brass works great, but it's only good for a couple of reloadings. 3 firings. I would call it quits after 3 firings, counting the initial factory loading. But anyways, let's get to shooting here. Okay, here's our steel post. As you can see, we're down here 200 yards, right? But this is our steel post. If you get a look, that's what that angle iron is. It's like 4 inch wide. Got the face of it, the edge of it facing us that way. It's probably 5.5 inch exposed. And then we got these guys. See these? Very clever. But they're not very wide. That is, I think that's like an inch. I think that's an inch thick is all. Right? So anyways, I'm going to take and put some spray paint on them. Take some shots at it again later. But that's the post. As you can see, the sun is just now coming up enough to start to illuminate this thing. And so by the time I get around to shooting it, it'll be well lit up by the early noon sun. So, all right, guys, I thought I'd show you that. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna this will probably be my last say on these building these GP11 30-06 rounds. I'm gonna name them 7.5-06, 7.5-06, 7.5-06. That name was the name kindly given to me by one of my viewers. It's putting GP11 projectiles into 30-06 cases. If you guys have watched my videos up to this point, you know where I'm at. And now what I'm curious of, they seem to shoot great. And I have put some pretty respectable charges in my previous tests with very good very excellent accuracy and very good velocities. Last loads I tested were 55 grains of the GP11 powder. I took the powder I removed from the other cases. We had 7.5s I pulled the bullets out of, and used that same powder. I put it into the 30-06 casing, 55 grains of it. Seeded the bullet to the candler, and and then I checked velocities on it, and I think the average was, if I remember right, was like 28.32, 174 grain GP11 projectile going 28.32. I want to get it up around 2,900, maybe a little over. So today's test is 56 grains of GP11 powder and 57 grains of GP11 powder. So I'm going to see what kind of velocities I can get. The thing about it is so far I have, of the rounds I've tested with this, it doesn't even seem to be putting any pressure on the case. I see zero flattening of the primer, even at a pretty respectable 55 grains of the GP11 powder. I attribute that to the bullet and its design that I've gone through in my previous videos. I'm convinced that the GP11 projectile is a superior projectile. They figured it out. I think they figured it out. It takes a little bit extra work to make the bullet the way they did, obviously, but I think it is a superior projectile in many different aspects. And now that I've seen what I've seen with these playing with these bullets and the inherent accuracy that comes with Swiss K31s, I'm convinced that a lot of that has to do with the bullet in and of itself. It's very efficient. It seems to me that because of the design, dimensionally, the way the bullet is made, that it really wants to alleviate spike pressure in the bore, as viewed from looking at the primer, you know, after it's fired, to see how that primer looks. Because obviously the hotter the load you get, the more it starts to flatten out that primer. Eventually, if you get it way too hot, it'll crater the primer itself, crater out where the firing pin hits it. And it's not like they weren't even fired. Basically, it did nothing, and that was a pretty respectable load. So I'm going to see if I can't get this thing up over 2,900 today. It's pretty cool out. I'd say it's about 40 degrees right now. So I'm going to see if I can get these rounds up to over 2,900. I'm thinking 56 or 57 grains ought to do it. And check accuracy. Of course, we're using the Beast, the Grunig. And so we shouldn't have any problem hitting the target. I pretty much know where this is, where it's going. So I'm going to just shoot these for pretty much for velocity, and I'm just going to head into it. Cold gun, clean barrel, cold gun, cold bullets. And so that's where I'm at. Let me see if we can get started here. I got some more setup to do. I got to run down range. I'm going to take and walk down to 200 yards. And give the post a little spray paint again, and maybe take some shots with it later. So I will be back, guys. Okay, people-ronies, my most favorite peeps of all times. Let's turn on the crony here. Okay, take one. 5 shots. For group and speed, no mussing around. Cold, clean barrel. So I didn't run any foulers out of this. Yep, looks like our chronograph is set up pretty good. Bump this back up. I don't think I'm going to mess with adjustments on it. It'll be somewhere close. I just want to see if it'll throw a decent group and that sort of thing. There we go. All right. Of course, my target's going to be the orange in the center of the black shooting sea. And this is test 1. This is 56 grains of GP11 powder with a GP11 bullet, 174 grain bullet, housed inside a 30-06 casing. Test 1. Here we go. Oops, I gotta get a bolt. We ain't going anywhere yet. Alrighty, do believe we got enough now to make this thing go bang. I'm gonna clear my throat. Alright, boys, here we go. First shot for speed. .2885. So anyways, we'll leave it there for now. Let's see what happens. You know, it felt pretty good, felt pretty snappy. It's got decent speed. And it is now, I can see it is just now starting to flatten out the face of the primer just a little bit. It's good. I think we are finding something here that could be. That one shooed 2874. All right, now that second shot, first one being a fouler, just screwing around. That one that's about a little bit less than a half-inch high of bullseye and an inch to the left. Right next to it. Good. 2907. Boom. There you have it. I'm going to give this a couple of clicks to the right. I think, what do we got here? These are quarter MOA, 2 clicks. Give it 2 clicks to the right. We'll run with that. That should move it over more into my bullseye area. Yep. Moved it over just exactly as much as I clicked it. It's good. 2901. Okay, come on. It's pretty snappy. I can tell it's starting to get a little frisky. Yep, right there. 2977. $57 grains. GP11 powder. There we go. That's a perfect primer right there. Just Deutsch. 2911. Interesting. Looks like that was just basically right next to one of my other shots, right by the bullseye there. Of course, I expect they're all going to be there, right? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be? I already tell it, they're going through the same hole now. Hole, one of them. It's going through one of them down there. Hard to tell. 2943. This could be the one here. This could be the load I like for this bullet. Now if you could just get these bullets, that'd be awesome, huh? I'll bet this is, with this, the GP11, because it's ingeniously created and done with a little extra flair and technology, I think this is a high-tech bullet. 1911. Figured it out. This is a high-tech bullet, even by today's standards. And the nature of how it's designed with the 2 different dimensions being the 302 dimension in front of the Chandler and being 307 behind the Chandler and the behind the where the kind of acts as a rudder, kind of has feathers on a arrow. Very well made, beautiful little concave back end of the bullet, nice beautiful bow tail. I think the rest of the world was being outgunned by this bullet. Very good looking little bullet. I now give a lot of credit to the inherent reputation for the K31's accuracy to the design of this bullet. I think the point being is you could put this bullet into any 30 caliber, modern 30 caliber, and it would probably shoot great, whether it be a 308 or whatever, Remington hunting rifle or something. I'll bet it would shoot great. Yep, that is a right there. And 2917. It's right there too. like I was saying before I got sidetracked by my own self, this bullet, because of how efficient it is, and I'm sure it has a tremendous ballistic coefficient. I'll bet this thing at 2,900 plus foot per second, I bet you could do some serious long range shooting with it. Going through the same hole down there somewhere. I'll have to, like I say, I'll have to watch the vid. 3,020. Bada bing, bada boom. I say, it's the same whole thing, kind of a thing. 29.91. Snappy. That's hauling ass right along there. I'm going to run down range and take a peek at what I got down there. Like I say, I couldn't tell. I'll have to watch the video to see what the order was on it. 57 grains of the GP11 powder in a 30-06 case with a GP11 projectile. Not bad, out of the Grunig. Fear the Grunig, boys. Here we go. I'm going to have to watch the string. Of course, that was my first fouling round right there. And then I think I hit somewhere over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's all 10 of them right there. Right there. I'll have to watch the sequence, but that was with the GP11 projectiles in a 30-06 case, guys. Okay, man. Well, guys, we all been doing some shenanigans with Lencac. Now, how about a little high tea with Lencac? You know, in our Declaration of Independence, at the beginning of it, it goes through a rationalization of why they're declaring the Declaration of their independence. And during the course of that beginning, the preamble, it says, and I'm going to paraphrase this may not be exactly word for word because I don't have it in front of me and I didn't memorize it. It says that, but you're not supposed to take government lightly and not change it because of transigent or petty reasons. It says to, in other words, consider the government with sober thought. And of course, the devil you don't know is maybe worse than the one you do. I guess is the rationalization there a little bit. But it does go on to say that, but however, it says when a long line of usurpations, meaning subverting and not paying attention to, being unlawful, subverting, when a long line of usurpations, usurpations to what? That would be to the Constitution that they are going to write for this country. It says, but when a long line of usurpations evinces to render the population under utter despotism, it is those people's right and it is their duty to throw off such government for the future of their children and for their own security. And my question is, I hear all the talking heads, all the, whatever it is, Fox or all, I don't even listen to the other ones. Fox is the only one I even listen to. The ones are just, the other ones, NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, they're all in, God, it's just unbelievable the amount of crap, trash that comes out of those people's mouths. Because they're sick, they're mentally ill. They don't even realize it. But like, even Fox, they just run their mouths. They're beholden to their sponsors and their ratings. They don't really want to do anything. They just want to continue to run their mouths and give you a temporary fix of, oh God, listen to that, doesn't that feel good? But they're not actually providing any real tangible information other than continuing the news cycle and the gossip and all that baloney. They say they're above all that, but boy, they get right in the middle of it too. So I give all the news outlets absolute zero credibility. Zero, big fat freaking zero. But this is my question to you folks then. I'm going to ask you all this. And it says that when a long line of usurpations invariably evinces, I think it says, to render the people under utter despotism, you have a right and you have a duty to throw off such government for your future security. Here's the meat and potatoes of the thing. This is where the rubber meets the road. How would you? It doesn't say ask the bad government. It doesn't say ask them to leave. It doesn't say ask them nicely to stop doing that. It says to throw off such government. Throw it off. In the physical, in the real corporal world, how would you do that? How would you go about throwing off the bad government that we obviously have? It's unbelievable. I'll say it again. I will keep saying it. The only one I hear talking on my behalf like a normal American is Donald Trump, and I don't give. Nobody's perfect. Everybody talking, pointing their finger at everybody else about who pinched whose butt. I don't care about any of that, really, because there's something else. There's something way more foul and stinky and dead in the room than just that, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to divert your attention away because what's going on behind the scenes is incredible and desperate. I'll say that to be the least. But yeah, they're just all this stuff. I don't care. I just want you people go there, do your service. Don't even become a career at it. That's a problem with these people. They're there for their careers. They spend millions of dollars to buy these positions to get into them, and then they're there for, like this guy Conyers, age 88 years old. Really? Shouldn't you have retired about 20 years ago? Seriously? These old hacks. There's the old hacks, the old system establishment ones, which is the swamp. And the new ones coming in are a bunch of freaking commies. So we're going to have to get our shit together, people. But the question is, how, as a people, would you go about throwing off a bad government after a long line of usurpations? And you got to keep in mind that all these news outlets, they always like to bring up history and say, well, this has been going on since Wilson 100 years ago. This has been going on since Teddy Roosevelt was a liberal. Roosevelt's been going on since Roosevelt's day, and I'll guarantee it has been. Is that a long enough line of usurpations for you people? Seriously. When do you say enough is enough? And how do you say enough is enough? How do you throw off the bad government? And it's as simple as that. We have a completely Sovietized U.S. government. That's what it is. And this whole monkey business about investigating Trump, this is all Soviet Communism 101, right out of the front page of their book. And you can take that to that. And so now, I figured this shit out years ago, but I hear all these guys, Levin and Hannity and Limbaugh and all them, they just now come up with this stuff, man. They're so slow, they're so minded, so dull in mind, and they keep telling everybody how smart their audience is. Get out of here. That is shit you should have lowered on the boom years and years ago. Not to mention the fact that, I'm going to say it again, not radical Islam, but Islam is incompatible with American culture and the American Constitution. That's just a fact. Don't let anybody tell you different. They are incompatible with each other. They should not be mixed together. That's the reality of it. You might not like it, but that is the freaking reality of it. So anyways, guys, that's my high tea with Lencac session, my little rant. Okay, I think that's about, if that doesn't do it, I don't know what does, right? Put my hearing protection on. Put my gloves on. It's warming up out here pretty nice, actually. It's gonna be beautiful here. My time is good. Everybody, people that were coming out have pretty much already been here and left. And for the moment, at least, I got the range to myself, which, as you know, I always like. Cold, clean gun right here. So let's take a shot and see where she ends up at. Like I say, I do believe this rifle. I might take a shot at this post with it later. .534. 2592. That's what they should end up coming in around, is about 2600 after we get this thing fouled and warmed up a little bit. Yeah, that one looks like it got away from me a little bit. It's got good windage, but it's low. It's low. There's always a party pooper, isn't there? There's always a party pooper in the bunch. That is back where it belongs. 2476? What the hell kind of number is that? That doesn't fit in. Goes right where it belongs, but New York City? Low and away. Actually, that's a horrible shot. 2578 though. That's where it belongs. Alright, I need to rectify that. $25.82. $25.64. $25.79. $24.62. That was a hard one. I was getting a little fuzzy by the time I pulled it. $25.81. However, that is right in there. That's right in there. It's a good shooting rifle. I'm probably gonna have to take some shots with this thing at the 200-yard post. Yeah, there you go, boys. Had a lot of them going right through there. There was 10 shots. I think my fouler was like over here. Had one get away from me here, but that's a 99. I call that a 99 score. Had one get away from me. I call that a 10, of course. And the rest of these are all 10s. Funny though, I don't think the bullet actually pinched the orange. Like there. Maybe over on this side, but anyways, it's at least a minimum of 99, dropped 1 point. Okay boys, here we go. I'm going to try to lower the boom on steel pin on the steel post at 200 yards. Alright. Huh. Saw blowing in the wind there. I didn't see it hit. Alright. Try it again. Where did it go? It disappeared. I might have just blown it up right there. It didn't flip up to the top on the backside, and it ain't hanging down now. Wouldn't be the first time this thing has demolished steel targets. This thing is ferocious. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was close. I'm shooting at the pin on the Left side that time. If I didn't know better, I'd say I'm going a little bit left of it. Hard to say. I'm gonna tag the steel post to bear above where the pin that disappeared goes. See if we can knock it back down. Went somewhere, didn't it? I think it partly came down. Must have jacked its shit all up. What you get for messing with the Grunig. Oh yeah. That was the pin on the left. I don't think either of them are hanging down completely right now. I'm jacking that thing up. See if we can get one to swing down for us. Well, that's what we got. We got all of the Grunig bullets shot up that I brought with me. See if I can hit the post with the K31. Okay, boys, wish me luck. Little steel post action. K31, 200 yards, and my diopter sights. That's a hit. Should be hitting somewhere up right around the top. Oh yeah. Snappy, huh? It's annihilating that post down there. What a fantastic rifle, huh guys? I like this one a lot. Shoots really good. But I'm gonna have to find her a home, I suppose. She was an orphan when I got her, and she'll be an orphan again. I probably, unless any of y'all are interested, I probably won't be putting it up for sale till after Christmas sometimes. A lot of stuff going on during Christmas, and I'm sure people don't got time to be messing around monkey business like this. So, there you go, guys. I think I did pretty good today. I tell you what, I think this is gonna be, here's some GP11 stuff. Got 3 more. Take a shot. I think they were shooting hugely. I think they were shooting quite a bit to the right. Yep, I have to watch the video. On it, see how it missed. Holding at the top of the post again. Maybe I'm holding off a little bit to the right. That was a hit. That was a hit right there, boys and girls. Somewhere. I know that. Horizontal part of the post. See if I can't put one in the middle of the orange paint on the horizontal part of the post. Orange paint on the on the right side. It's steel. Okay guys, now I am done. Hungry too. Okay guys, thanks for watching.